you eat ass with a baby spoon.
Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we're worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. It's a mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real, authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said. Available on your favorite podcast platform.
Which way?
Cedric D.
Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Which way?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. 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 That's what he said. That ain't my fault. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Which way?
That's what he said.
Which way?
That ain't my fault.
I'm just gonna lay it down like this though.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
When I say my shit, I'ma repeat my shit. I'ma make sure you understand the foundation of everything where I'm coming from. Don't get it twisted.
That ain't my fault.
Which way?
That's what he said.
That's what I said. What? That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Which way?
Wow. We gon' do it like that. Yeah.
Which way? Which way? Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with your host, Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. The broadcast starts now.
What's good, y'all? It's Friday. It ain't Saturday. Imagine that. Yeah, I decided to do a Friday podcast tonight instead of Saturday, only because we got family coming in town, and I wanted to make sure I stay consistent and relevant. Excuse me. So, peace and love to everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday night. Without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce the co-host of the broadcast, the podcast. That's what I said. What's good, baby? How you doing?
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's hotter than a mother on the East Coast right now.
Man, it's hot as shit.
Yo, I don't know. I don't understand this weather. I really don't. Like, it's snowing out in Colorado, and over here we're under some heat constraints.
Yeah, it's some bullshit. It's some hot bullshit going on right now as far as this
For
weather.
real.
Because, it's snowing in Colorado. It's hot from Texas up north to Kansas City, Missouri. And then all east.
Yeah, we're about to be sweltering tomorrow.
Bruh, they said it's supposed to be 100 degrees tomorrow.
100.
I'm sorry. I don't do that.
I'm cool.
I don't do that. So I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday evening. Like I said before, that's what I said the podcast. We vibing out on this Friday, of course, little music, letting it ride out to the very end. But that's good and that's cool. But if you are catching us on Facebook, peace and love, you're listening to us on the Spreaker app. What's good, everybody? Facebook, Twitter, what's good? Everybody that's listening. Oh, Twitch. I forgot to say Twitch. What's good? I'm gonna do a little different than I usually do it. Well, no, I'm gonna do it the same way. I'm not gonna do it any different. The most of the trending trash that's been going on, I'm not gonna really talk about, only because it's just a hot bucket of bullshit.
It's not worth giving any more energy to.
It's not. I mean, we didn't had a mass shooting in Buffalo. We didn't had
a shooting in California the next day.
Yeah, the next day it was a shooting in California. It's just a lot of dumb shit going on, and
gas prices about to be $10.
I was about to say, yeah, gas prices about to be $10.
Shit, ain't nobody going to work then. I'm here.
I mean, I'm purely just sitting here wondering, all them people that got them damn stimulus checks, and they sat around here and then, went to the Cayman Islands and then went to Mexico and got a little PPP loan, and them bought a car that they can't pay the maintenance on, and it's coming to that point that I need to ask a question.
Repo action happening.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, they can have that too, but there's one question I got to ask them though. Just one question. I mean, I'm not going to be long-winded about this question.
What's the question?
The question is, let me play my sound bite before I even get something started. My question is, did you buy an AC? You didn't spend all this damn government money that they didn't gave you for free. You didn't apply to this PPP loan because you got this little t-shirt business that you ain't made one airbrush on the neck part of the damn t-shirt. You ain't done none of that shit. Did you buy AC?
A week.
I mean, I'm just asking. People don't get their damn priorities together. I got my stimmy of Boston Rock.
I'm out.
Hey, all I know is
what's good, Z?
Hey, Golden State better do what they did last game, bro. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, did people get their stimmy and their little PPP loan, and they didn't buy no damn AC? I mean,
a lot of people went left with all
complete ape shit. I should have had that sound bite. It's ironic to me how people yet to get their priorities together, and it's kind of befitting how I name this step one. Within building wealth, you have to know how to save. It's a perpetual cycle of not being able to do that puts people in bad situations. I mean, after so many years, I finally got my shit together to the point where I could actually get a house. It was like, when are you going to wake the hell up? You almost 50. I wasn't that close to 50, but I'm not as close as I was to 50 as I am right now. But I mean, I was on that threshold. I think I was about 43, 44, creeping into 45 more likely. But I said all that to say this. You got to be responsible and take responsibility for your shortcomings, because if you don't, you're going to be missing out on a lot of, great things. And I hate to bring it about money, but yeah, you can enjoy your life with no money. You really could. You'd be shortchanging yourself a little bit, but you can still enjoy it. But people have allowed money to move them in directions that they have no business being in, because they just happen to get a little bit of money. What I mean by that is that you start trying to associate yourself with certain groups of people that have money, that have this money consistently.
Right.
But now you put yourself in this bubble of, I can sit at the table now. I can go to this restaurant and talk to these people because that's what I need to do. Hold on, Tonto.
That keeping up with the Joneses mentality.
Hey. Dumbass. Hold on, Don Don. Hold on.
Bitch, what?
This is the problem that we have in our society. We have people that are not in this tax bracket that want to communicate and talk to people in this tax bracket, not because they are bigger and better than you or whatever, but when people in a higher tax bracket have conversations, it's usually about making more money or building more wealth on what they already have.
Right.
Continuing to build that wealth so that their kids and their, their significant other, whether it's their wife, girlfriend, or life partner or whatever, it's like what can we do to build more wealth, and what can we do to enjoy the wealth that we have and enjoy life? And it's not about having the most expensive boat, but guess what? If you have the money to pay for the expensive boat, that's going to have safety features in it, but it's going to also give you the quality of life that you've put yourself into. Who's to say you can't buy it? Who's to say that you could be frugal?
Right.
If you had, a few $100 million and you not spend all that money, you buy you a nice house on some property, you put it somewhere where you don't want nobody fucking with you.
Yeah.
And enjoy life. I know people that have houses by the beach and that's their sanctuary. They can go to the beach.
Right.
And do things. I look up to people like that because I knew it took time for them to get to that position.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I know some people that just it doesn't even matter. Some people were just given that kind of money. So it's like those things they can't enjoy because they grew up that way.
Right. Exactly.
Now we got people that just happen to touch a couple $100,000 and now they want to go rent a yacht. They want to go stay in this hotel. They want to get this kind of rental car. They want to go to this store so they can get these kind of clothes. Mm-hmm. All for what? Temporary adrenaline feeling.
Champagne taste on a
beer
budget. Yeah. True beer budget.
So all I'm saying is that just because you come across a certain amount of money and you get it, whether it's a settlement or whatever, why blow it on living a lifestyle that you currently don't have the income to maintain? Your income is nowhere in the fractionary boundaries. Nowhere in the fractionary boundaries. Maybe what you make in a year, somebody's making that in a month.
Yeah.
Or a couple days.
But I think it's I think social media has truly overtaken at that point because they want to, they look up to certain people. So they believe that now that they have this, they can be them.
Oh, yeah. And and like I said, I'm not trying to get on people or anything or be negative. All I'm saying is this is more of just being able to understand and be aware of your surroundings, because that's what maturity is. Being mature is accepting all things around you, knowing what's around you. Even the slick shit that you don't necessarily pay an attention to, but just happens, you are aware of it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, when there's snakes in the grass, my boy just fucking told me to buy a lawnmower. Yep. So, I mean, I can't take credit for that. That's Joyner Lucas right there. But we have to, I think, identify our shortfalls when it comes to money. And a lot of people will say it's because I'm not in a position to make a lot of money, and it's because of whatever, my past or whatever, or blah, 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 blah. I understand that. All I'm saying is that what is your motivation to try to succumb and get past that? And I don't mean succumb to stop. What I mean is to succumb to feelings that you have that you can't get there when there's a way to get there. Mm. See, the whole thing with my podcast and the whole thing of the reason why I wanted to do this, and I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to rebrand my podcast. And in all reality, it's exactly what I've been doing for the last 6 months. Motivating. How can you not listen to somebody that wants to see you successful?
And provide truth and facts behind that.
I mean, I'm going to be 100 no matter what. I mean, that is not going to change nothing I do. I'm going to be 100. I think you know that, and I think everybody that knows me knows that. But what I'm not going to do, because what you think I'm going to do, I'm not going to do, is enable someone to continue to do what they're doing, yet complain about wanting to do something to be at an elevated level, yet everything that you are listening to and everything you're putting your energy into absorbing is to get to that level, yet you still doing the dumb shit.
Right.
I'm not going to enable that. I'm not going to be around that. And it's not because I feel like I'm better than people. That's not it. It's the fact that if you're not listening to the things that are being given to you freely, I mean, it costs you nothing but time to actually listen to somebody or watch somebody. True. Even if it's not even just motivation, it could be educational. I mean, we don't even take enough time to listen to people when they want to give you the information, not even just for motivation, but just for the sheer fact that they give a shit.
Right.
I don't want to see you fail.
Yeah.
I know that you're trying to get here. I know a little bit about it, so let's work together. But I'm going to tell you that I tell people this all the time. If I'm going to work with you, that's cool, but don't lie to me. And everybody's like, okay, that's easy. No, people don't understand that. Don't lie to me. Because if I'm be 100 with you, that means all truth, line, honesty. There's all truth, all honesty, and loyalty all combined into one thing. Integrity.
Yep.
You're not going to break my integrity. But see, where people fail at is being addicted to spending on dumb shit. The problem is they don't even realize it's dumb shit. They don't think it's dumb shit. They just think that it's just part of the cycle of life, the part of, living. This is what I like to do. Woo. Okay, then budget for it. Nobody's trying to take it away from you, but if that's what you like to do, why don't you put a budget in for it? Because I guarantee you, I could say, just me personally, not being frugal, if somebody spent in a month going to the club, and this is just me being who I used to be, because I used to go in the club and put it away and was never broke because I budgeted for it. But that was the only thing I budgeted for. I didn't call paying my car payment and car insurance a budget. I called that was a necessity at the time.
Right.
I was in the military. I have to get to work.
Yeah.
So some people don't understand money that way.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a car that was like overly expensive and I couldn't afford and not have the money to budget to go and do what I like to do for entertainment. I budgeted for that. I was like, okay, I know I can have a car, but my car payment has to be less than this, which means I can only afford this, which is fine. I'm not trying to look I'm in the military. I just need to get to work and go out every now and again. A car that's going to get me back home.
Right.
I didn't care about having a car with tinted windows and Dayton's and shit. I didn't care. But the car that I had was going to be my car. I'm going to make it my car. I mean, I had a Mitsubishi Galant. Couldn't nobody tell me shit. It was gray, tinted windows, black rims. Couldn't nobody tell me shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody like, hey, he out here driving a Galant. He think he this, that, and the other. How come he ain't got a Beamer? I got child support, goddamn. I mean, why you all in my business? Like, I got child support. That shit limits that limits your productivity in the tax bracket that you should be in, but you got to operate in the tax bracket that you actually in. I made that Galant look good. I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn what anybody say. I made that Galant look good. But I said all that to say this: you have to learn something brand new if you don't have that knowledge right now. If you're bad with money, that means you don't have the knowledge to save. And the reason why I say you don't have the knowledge is because you got to learn what saving is and how you benefit from saving. But not only just that, you have to learn what you've been doing wrong by not saving and what can you cut back on so that you can save.
Self-control and self-discipline.
Self-control, self-discipline, period. Where's the explosion at? I used to have one. I don't know. I'm
That's what he said.
No, I don't have it.
What?
I don't have the explosion. I'm sorry. I mean, I can play that.
What?
Oh my God. I mean, I could have played that, but I didn't. Anyway, y'all, let's get into it. So I always want people to know this when listening to my podcast. This is not financial advice. I'm not providing financial advice. However, I am providing motivation to those that want to be motivated and understand financial security and finances to better themselves, not because I do it or because I've experienced it. I know how to explain shit so that you would want to do it. Doesn't matter all those or should want to do it. Exactly. It's not even just the misnomers of what I've been through or whatever, but this is a collaboration of the experiences of what I've been through.
Yeah.
And how I'm comfortable talking about it to help motivate people that are kind of stuck in bad financial situations right now. Mm-hmm. And they want to get out, but it's like they don't want to admit to the addiction.
Ooh.
They don't want to admit to the addiction. Having temporary adrenaline, and that's what it's called. That's what I call it. Because it's temporary. It's the adrenaline of someone paying attention to you and not at work. It's being able to fit in and people give you that response, yet it's temporary because it's not something that is thorough. Because I guarantee you somebody go right now and buy some red bottoms, knowing good and full well that when you walk in their house, it smells like Fabuloso and Raid. And the roaches are watching the TV.
I'm done.
And playing spades in the corner. I'm just saying.
I can't.
They dancing all up and down the damn mousetrap because they didn't broke that motherfucker, and now they just strip pole dancing on the mousetrap. Some hood ass roaches. I'm just saying. But seriously,
love to everybody that's chiming in the chat room. Appreciate it. What's good, Lisa, LaKenya?
Oh, LaKenya, what's good? My sis Lisa, not LaKenya, is from the town. Right. KC Mo, baby. Yes. That's my sis right there. And then we all know Lisa Vaughn.
Right.
That's our other sis.
She said, what are some of the ways you would recommend to save money?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Let's get it.
So, to me, there's probably about 4 different ways that I can honestly say is a good saving practice that I either have personally used, currently using, or have used in the past.
There you go.
Number 1. I'm not gonna say a savings account because these are in random order, as a matter of fact. So you can't rank these bitches. I'm not gonna say savings account. However, it is on my list, so you can write savings, but I'll explain it in a minute. The first one I'm gonna say is a compound interest account. Compound interest account. Now, a compound interest account is exactly what it is. You get interest on money that you put in the bank, which is not a lot. Less than 1%. It's like 0.1%. What compound interest does, it gives you a percentage on top of a percentage that sandwiches those percentages together on top of in between another percentage. It's a compound interest, okay? So think of it like that. Some is 3, 4, 5. It's just depending on where you can find a good one at. Now, I personally will not tell you certain banks until I get my LLC. But I will say this, do some research. There is some good banks that have compound interest accounts. The minimum to open some of them are $1,000, some are $2,000 or whatever. But the reason why these accounts are important is because you can put $1,000, $2,000, whatever the minimum requirement is in these accounts, and it will constant on a monthly basis be giving you compound interest. Here's extra credit. You don't even have to add this to the list. This is just for personal knowledge. And if you want more information about it, you can message me here on this live, and I will personally message you. I'm talking to the ones on Facebook. If anybody's watching on Twitch or YouTube, message in the comment me. Or actually, listen, I say that. Say, I want to know more. I will scan these comments tonight, and tomorrow morning, or actually tomorrow, sometime late tomorrow morning, early in the afternoon, my time, I'm on Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to respond to you, and I will set up a Zoom call or an actual personal phone call and talk to you more about what I'm about to talk about. This is extra, and I just know about it. I know somebody else that can get you in, but that's not the point.
Another question is, what about prepaid credit cards?
My opinion on them? Okay. So if you're building your credit back up, getting your credit out of a low situation, prepaid is I think, good introductory way to learn how to save. But it also will teach you discipline to not spend, because a lot of people don't know this, and I'm going to share this. When you get a credit card, you're only supposed to spend to maintain your credit or even have your credit go up. You're only supposed to spend a certain percentage. Do you know that percentage?
Less than 30%.
Oh, wow. It has to be less than 30%. Anything greater than that is going to go against your debt to income ratio.
And tank your credit score.
And it's going to start tanking your credit score. It's going to maintain, it's going to average it out. If you maintain, I'll put it to you like this. If you maintain a certain usage on your credit card and it's above 30%, say you use about 50% of your card, for about 3 months, you're going to notice your credit score go down, and then it's going to level off. You know why? And a lot of people don't know I knew this, but you've basically reset the looking of your debt to income ratio. If you're never late on a credit card and you maintain it within that certain time period, they're not going to penalize you if you go higher than your actual requirement, what they will consider, an attack on your debt to income ratio. If you go above that, say you go to 45%, you stay there for like you stay there 3-4 months. You're going to notice your credit score is going to level off at a certain money amount. I mean, a number, not money amount, but a certain number. Mm-hmm. Say it maintains around 655.
Right.
You got this credit card, you were at 725, and now it went down to 655. It's going to probably level off right there for a couple of months. It may go to 54, it may go to 50, it may go back up to 55. But as soon as you get that card down below 30%, you have to maintain that for that same time period. So it's not just a billing cycle when they report it. It has to continuously report it to show consistency. Your credit score is going to go up. Certain other credit scores will go up before that. After the first report, it'll go up a couple of points. And then the next month, it'll go up a couple more points. But then that third month is going to jump like 20, 30 points.
So they want to know, is it good or bad? And then there's a secondary question.
I think they're good to provide savings. I mean, to provide a true savings. But to spend down it and everything else, a lot of those prepaid cards have a lot of high APR. So you're going to be paying more back onto that card. And me personally, I think it's a bad idea. I think a secured card, which in a sense is a prepaid card, are better in a sense because they report to the credit bureau.
Right.
Some prepaid cards that are considered prepaid, they say prepaid, they don't report unless you're late on a payment. And then it really affects your credit because most of those prepaid cards, some anyway, they don't put it as a credit card. Some put it as a loan.
Yeah.
So it's like
depending on the company.
Yeah, depending on the company. So you got to watch for that. So in my opinion, me personally, I don't think that they're great. I think they're good as far as if you're trying to learn how to save money and not spend and have a card for like an emergency and say you have a prepaid card, say you have one that's for $300 and you only use it if you have to buy a one-way ticket somewhere, you have to fly somewhere, or if you need gas. It's $300. You know that you have a billing cycle every month. If you put money on this card and it's going to get reported within the billing cycle, you want to pay it off before. That's just my suggestion.
Or pay it down.
or pay it. No, you want to pay it off. Because a card, if you have a $300 prepaid card, 30% of 300 is what?
100.
So.
Oh no, it's not.
50% of that is 150.
Right.
So even if it's 95, 90, whatever, you want to make sure that you pay that off. If it's at 300, why come you can't pay it off? Why send in a payment? The payment is not going to take it down to 30%. If you took it down to $50, then okay.
Yeah.
That's $250. But like I said, it teaches you strategies, not necessarily you want it as a strategy, but if you want to raise your credit score and not have it decline because of a late payment or the reporting on your credit score, pay it off to make sure pay it off down below 30%. That's just my suggestion. So what was the secondary question?
The secondary question says, so the credit card where you front the money first and keep your utilization below 30%, does that help your credit score? Because they were told.
If they report to the credit bureau and you have to look on your contract, you have to look when they report to the credit bureau. If they report to the credit bureau on only late payments, or do they periodically report? And most of those cards that periodically do it, they only do it twice a year, every 6 months. And you got to find out when they're going to report.
Yeah, they said they were told through their loan offer a while ago, the card where they fronted the money, 1,000 or more, instantly takes your credit score up. And they said it's recommended to pay whatever amount you used.
Okay. I'm going to give y'all another one. I haven't even mentioned this first one. I'm going to give y'all another one. If y'all haven't downloaded it, and you don't have to, matter of fact, don't. Do some research. I'm not going to tell you to download it. I'm going to tell you to do some research. There's a app called Self. You can go on there, and what they do is you won't get the money until you pay it. So say you want $1,000. You pay whatever the monthly you agree to every month. And then when you get to 30%, you can request that money. But you have to pay it back. And you still make your payment. And then when you get that $1,000, guess what? You get $1,000. And then you have that money, that prepaid money that you put in there, they put it on a card. And you can do that as many times, as often as you want. And it reports to the credit bureau that you're paying off a loan. The only difference is they ain't paid you the loan because you're paying yourself. You're going to get $1,000 and however, whatever that plan was that you set up. And they report to the credit bureau. And if you're trying to build your credit score or use it as just, a way to save, to teach to save, because that's really what it is. It teaches you to save. You're putting it up. You're just not going to spend it until you get that $1,000. It just so happened you're using a third party. That's all it is. That is all it is. Any more questions?
They said that the daughter used that and it worked. And thanks for reminding them about it.
That's what's up. The second thing I'm going to tell y'all about is arbitrage compound interest. Now, I've just learned, I can't say I've learned about it because I already knew about arbitrage and I already knew what compound interest is. But together, my eyes got big. So arbitrage is something that was been used in the stock market per se, but not so much. It was used in cryptocurrency. Mainly, this is really what it's known for in cryptocurrency. And basically what arbitraging is saying that you go on one platform, buy Bitcoin. Say Bitcoin is at 30,000. And it just hit 30,000. So you go in there and you say, I want to buy 5 Bitcoin. Well, you go on the market and find it at 29.5. Well, shit, I'm going to buy it at that 29.5. Then you go sell it. But when you sell it, you have a striking point. Say your striking point is 40,000. Well, you wait, it hits 40,000, and you see a market that has it at 40,900. It's about to hit 4,100, but you don't want it to. You don't think it's going to hit 4,100. So that's your selling point. But on the markets that you see it on, it's barely at 40,000. So arbitraging is selling. Buying low and selling high. With that being said, it arbitrages the money that you put in there. So what it is that it takes a portion of your money, it arbitrages into cryptocurrency or crypto, buys it, you wait 2 hours, it sells it at a higher price. Whatever market has it at a higher price.
Damn.
And then you get compound interest on the amount of money that you arbitrage. I've seen they have a place out now, and you can YouTube it. But this is where I told you to ask me for more info. Mm-hmm. They have a guy that's doing it, and he put in 10,000. He said it turns over about 100% every month.
Wow.
I don't think I have to do the math to tell you what 100% of 10,000 is.
No.
That's 20. Who gains that type of interest
in a month? Right.
So there's people that have went from $400 or $500 starting out, been in it almost 7-8 months, and that 700-800 ain't no 700-800 no more.
Right.
It's like 5, almost about to kick 6 figures.
Damn.
So it's people building and adding to it, and building. So, but yeah, if you want to know more, hit me up on that. I think it's a great program. To me, it's one of the best ways to learn how to save. Because it's up to you.
Right.
It's up to you. And I'll just say that. I'm not going to get more in detail about it. It's just up to you. So I talked about compound interest. The second one.
No, that was arbitrage was the second one.
No, it wasn't. It was the first extra that I was going to talk about, but I started talking about the prepaid credit cards.
Oh, my bad.
So the second one is savings account. And the reason why I say this is a learning how to save, one of the things you should use to learn how to save, is because it gives you real on-time evidence of what you're putting up in your account.
Right.
And then if anything happens, you have access to it, you can get it out. But saving it, I had to use the out of sight, out of mind thing, but I also had to stop spending on dumb shit. Because once I learned that and actually applied it, I was like, damn, I can actually invest what I wanted to invest in crypto. I wasn't restricted to like $50 or $100, whatever. I was actually like, oh, I should probably put $400-500 in this because I know I'm gonna double this, and I can just put this into another. I just know my thinking. But see, to adapt that thinking, you have to be able to save. Because that's the only way you can make your money work for you. You work for your money, but you don't put your money to work. That makes absolutely no sense. It's like we work to provide a financial stability for ourselves so that we can provide for our families, but at the same time, live comfortably. That's what we strive to be. And then we get comfortable there. We don't have somebody trying to tell you, okay, what's the next project? You saving and going on trips, right? Which means you spending the money, which you should do. You should go on a vacation, enjoy yourself. But then are you really pushing yourself to save again so that you can go on the next trip? Or is that a one and done? So it's like, how can I fractionize my savings and it work for me, but at the same time, I allow it to be something and do something without me having to do it for it. And that's what I talk about number 3.
So the question just came in. And I apologize, Lisa, because he got talking and I didn't want to interrupt that conversation.
Go ahead.
She wanted to know initially, where would you find that type of account? And I think you answered it by saying, and she wanted to know what the minimum was for the arbitrage. And I think you said that you wanted to, tailor that for that.
I will, but
I want more info on that stuff.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Okay. Because it's a longer conversation. But to start out, it only is $9.
Okay.
The minimum is $9. Go ahead.
So the question is, would you suggest having a savings account in a different bank or credit union than your current checking account?
Yes and no. And this is why I say no. If you have bad spending habits, you're automatically going to ask for an ATM card for that savings account. Then you're going to have nothing in 2 accounts. I say yes because if you already have an established savings account that you don't want to have the excuse to pull money out of just to put in the checking account so that you can spend it on some dumb shit, I would say get a separate account, but do not get a card for it. Set up the transfer automatically monthly for whatever amount that goes in. In this day and age, we all got emails and the app for the bank and everything else. All you got to do is verify that your money went into the savings account. You already know how much it is. You can do math.
Right.
So it's
and
like
make it so that you have to physically go to the bank to take anything.
Right. If it comes to a point where it's an actual emergency and it's like, okay, I got to go to the bank, which I don't have a problem with. I have to go to the bank. Or, unless their transfer to your account, you could do that. You can have some banks will do that. You can wire transfer the money or whatever. You could do that or Venmo, and everybody's like, fuck that. I'm going to spend $20 on sending $400. That's stupid, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, you can spend $20 to transfer $3,000 too. So tell me, where's the math wrong?
Right.
So, I would eat that $20 without having to especially if it's an inconvenience for me to have to go to this bank and then backtrack and go somewhere else to backtrack to get home. No, I'm not going to do all that because I got anxiety and it'll piss me off. I'm like, no, I can't do it. So anyway, what was number 3, right?
Number 3.
Okay.
We're ready.
So I answered that one. Cool. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Number 3, I said DUI. Go ahead and play the soundbite. I know. Where's it at? The number 3, I said active passive income. Any active passive income is something that makes money while you sleep. Goes back to the whole conversation of me saying compound interest, arbitrage, things like that. These are things that make money while you sleep. However, the arbitrage compound interest thing, you can buy a bot, but never mind. I won't get into that. Just ask for more information on that. the compound interest is the same thing. It makes money while you sleep. So the beautiful thing about crypto is crypto is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's still highly volatile, but it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I said all that to say this. If you have something that is making money while you sleep, you are able to not be stressed out. Yes, everything's at a risk. And you can have your safety net in the good old savings account that you gain no interest on. But it still gives you security knowing that you have it saved, which no harm, no foul.
Right.
No harm, no foul. Not saying you shouldn't do that because crypto is highly volatile. I mean, hell, I was talking about it last week with Terra Luna. Mm-hmm. And now the CEO, they're prosecuting him under, they're doing an investigation for Ponzi scheme.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because now they have, well, I can't say they have evidence. This has just been some of the things I read in crypto news, because that's what I do first thing in the morning. Instead of getting up, looking at the news, I look at crypto news because I want to see what my money's doing. And I saw that and I was just like, damn. Everybody's like, I don't believe he did it because the company's still working. They're working on a plan right now that's supposed to be launched May 27th. That's supposed to stabilize the debacle that happened. And for those that don't know what happened, they have a coin. I'm talking about Terra Luna, or Terra is the company. And they have two coins. They have a USDT stable coin that's supposed to maintain $1. And what people did was they would buy the Luna coin, which was at the time, I think last week was at $103. $113. They would buy that coin, and as the market fluctuated, instead of sending the money and changing it to a different cryptocurrency, they would put it into this Terra UST, which was a stable coin at $1. So whatever they transfer, say you have $4,000 of Terra Luna, and you made another 400. So you was like, okay, let me transfer, say, $2,400 into UST. And I say USDT and I meant to say UST. I'm sorry. So they have a coin that was UST. They transferred it to there as a safety net to kind of, get a buy-in point if the coin is dropping. And the USDT coin itself that was rated at $1 dropped. And it dropped to like 28 cents before people started, oh shit, sell. They done already lost money. Loads of it.
Wow.
So they believe it's a Ponzi scheme. They believe that he turned the switch. And that's why everything dropped. But the company is still trying to do a save. And if they get approved, they're going to launch something May 27th. And a lot of people are like, it's a go. They think that that's what the things that they're planning to do actually seem legit. Mm-hmm. It's a scalable project again. It's getting out of them trying to hard fork, which cryptocurrency will do. If they're building a bigger and better coin, they'll fork it and create a new coin. Ethereum is a prime example. You have Ethereum Classic, which is what old Ethereum was. And then they did a hard fork. And now Ethereum is bouncing between 2,000 and 2,100 right now, where it was at 3,000 as an all-time high. And anyway, so getting into that crypto space and being able to just stake your coins, or finding something that actually provides passive active income that you make money while you sleep. All you have to do is move some money around in the morning to your safety net, whatever that may be. And that's your life. I don't have a problem doing that for 2 hours a day. Hell, maybe an hour. I got a phone and a damn computer. 30 minutes. So I'm passionate about this because it's almost a vlog, because it's like the journey that I'm trying to get on. And it's like, as I'm like 4 steps or 3 steps ahead, I'm bringing people along with me. Because my steps is probably going to not be any different than some people, but this may be different than a few people, because their steps may be greater than mine.
Right.
And I'm not going to take anything away from that. But at the same time, if it's going to help somebody get out of a bad situation and they have a lot more resources and funding and everything, all this, that, blah, 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 and they can get up to here in a few months, I ain't mad at you.
Right, right.
Hell, I'm congratulating you. Exactly. I'd rather do that for an hour than to sit there at the job for 8. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. So the last one is controversial. And I say controversial because people will say, no, that's not saving, that's investing. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm only saying this because you can back it up. You can Google everything I say all day long, and it's going to come out factual. Not because I use Google. It's because, like I said, when you're in the space that you are paying attention to, you either know that it's been taught to you, or you've read it and you know you can back it up, the truth of it. You know, they have a bill right now that's getting pushed to have Bitcoin to be on your retirement portfolio at Fidelity.
Damn.
People don't know how big that is. You're going to be able to invest in cryptocurrency. If you have a 401k that I don't agree with personally, but this is to help y'all out that wants to maintain that 401k, that I can honestly say for the last probably 4 or 5 days, it's been people panicking right now because the stock market's been taking a shit too. Just like
Yeah.
them and cryptocurrency are right next to each other in the stall, humming each other to death.
Well,
And if y'all want to know why the market is jacked up, I ain't got that time. I will say Elon Musk is a big cause of what's going on. If anybody has Tesla, I'm sorry. It took a shitty ass drop. All because somebody changed their political affiliation. Oh, I'm out of tea. Shit. This is that asshole moment. So, y'all know Elon Musk said that he's not voting Democrat anymore. He's voting Republican because he found out that the Democratic people aren't who they say they are and they don't do what they say they're going to do and all this other shit. Bruh. Don't you own Tesla?
can we stay in your lane, please?
Didn't he just buy Twitter? Or in the process, it hasn't cleared yet.
Stay
For $44 billion.
your lane.
Bruh, there's a lane that is maintaining its own business. You need to get on that on-ramp
And keep on
and
going.
ride that motherfucker
Till you can't get no more.
until you run out of gas. Until you have to pull over and put more gas in. You get back on that damn on-ramp and you ride. Stay in your business highway. Fuck lane. Fuck cross street. Fuck the house. No. We on the highway, this endless highway that's going to go around the world. And it's got gas stations at every stop. It just so happened every time you run out of gas, there's a fucking gas station right there to fill your ass back up. Stay in your lane. Highway is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Damn, I need to get a soundbite for that. Write that shit down. Stay in your lane. That's exactly what, yes, he needs to stay in his damn lane. This is the reason why a lot of stock has went down. I can't say the same about crypto because what he said did not affect, in my eyes, cryptocurrency, because crypto is controlled by the people and not everybody is really dead set on paying attention a lot to what Elon Musk says unless he has a coin out. But it did affect Doge a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Anyway, so the last one, like I said, as I was explaining, talking about Bitcoin, talking about Elon Musk and everything else, is one part bank, the other part actual not bank. The one part bank being that I already talked about with the savings account and, of course, the compound interest account. Number 4 is opening a money market account. Money market accounts have a almost same image as a Roth IRA, but a money market account is more flexible than an IRA or a Roth IRA. Now, those that have experience with money market accounts, that's perfectly cool. Me personally, I'm not doing money market account because I have what I'm about to talk about right now, cryptocurrency. And people will say, how the hell is cryptocurrency savings? Because if the market goes down, you're done. Yeah, that's true. But risk management and understanding where your money is at all times. No, I'm not saying it's a worry that I have and I sit around and all I do, walk around the house all day, is, oh shit, I got to know what's going on with crypto because if it goes down another $100, I'm just going to pull all my shit out. Then you don't need to be saving money, let alone investing in anything. I mean, you really don't. I mean, these are the same people that go to the casinos, and if they lose $200, they trying to figure out how they going to keep their lights on, or put food in the house, or buy some shoes because they knew they work shoes was blowing the hell out. Now they got to figure out how they got duct tape from the inside and not embarrass themselves when they go to work. And then you got them other people like, I don't give a fuck what these people think about me. I'm gonna go in there with the hole in my shoe. What they gonna say? I'm here at work. Don't worry about my shoes. I'm here at work. That is everybody's problem, but we're not going to go there. That's a whole different podcast. I think cryptocurrency, once you, and I'm not saying you put your whole savings in it. Okay. I gave 4 different ways you can save. Mm-hmm. You may only use 2.
Right.
But that means that your savings is being divided into 2 accounts. I'll give you my 10-10-20 rule. I got to play the button. Because my 10-10-20 rule. Yeah, this is breaking news. I don't do this shit all the time. Anyway, y'all. 10-10, my personal 10-10-20 rule is you save 20% of any income that you have into savings. 20%. Out of that 20%, you're going to have 10 and 10. 10% goes into an actual savings account or compound interest account or whatever. And then your other 10% can go into cryptocurrency. Now you can cut those 10s into 5% each, and do a money market account. You can do an actual savings account. Then you got 10% left. You can put 5% into something else, 5% into crypto. You can do whatever you want to do. But as long as you're saving that 20% into doing saving shit, that is like the only thing that should be of a priority when it comes to saving. Of course, you want to have money that you have access to in case, something goes wrong. So it's like I said, if you can save more, that's even better. Yeah. But you don't want to divide it to where you're limiting yourself to not be able to work. You want to save because you want to have what they call an emergency fund. I know everybody's read these books and they talk about the emergency fund where you want to have $1,000 or more in your emergency fund. So if anything goes wrong, you don't have to use your credit card. You got the cash. It's immediate. Everybody got these damn Square devices now. It's like, oh, you got $1,100? You had $1,100. And they just come in here with a damn iPad and a dream. It's like, damn, motherfucker, this motherfucker, he came to work today in my house and bought the cash register.
Right.
He an asshole. So
Banks in the building.
What's good, Mr. Banks in the building? Got 2 shows coming up. I appreciate you. Man, you got to stream those, bro. You got to stream them. But if you missed any of this, please listen to it in its entirety on Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Amazon,
YouTube,
Spreaker.
Spreaker.com. Download the app. All you got to do is download the Spreaker.com app. Type in the search bar. That's what I said. Exactly how it's typed on the Facebook, how you see on the logo, and all social media platform. That's
absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely.
That's what I said. So anyway, let me tie this up so I can get up out of here, y'all. I know it's been a long podcast, a little bit over an hour. So let me wind this down for y'all. Because I don't like to be long, y'all. I really don't. But I like to talk to motivate and help, though. And I got to cut it short because it's hot up here and heat rises. And we do have an AC, but I think my shit's clogged. So we're going to have to call a maintenance guy because your vent's closed. But the reason why I said that the 10-10-20 rule is that's a basis that you can have a starting point. If you can save more because you're not spending, then save more. But have a threshold that you're not going to go below every month. If you know you can save $1,000 a month, hell, if you know you can save $100 a month, save that $100 and don't touch it. You still budgeted all your little habits and all that other shit like that. But if you can save $100 a month, do that. And have a goal for yourself. In 6 months, it's got to be $600 in my savings account because I got to make another change. This is what your second change is going to be. Your second change is going to be all the things that you got in your budget. You need to take out at least $100. That means entertainment, habits, excessive spending, whatever it is. Take it out at least $100 to where now you're saving $200. And you got to do that for 6 months. What that's going to leave you with? The first 6 months you save $600. The second 6 months, how much did you save? $1,200. You should have $1,800 in your savings account.
In 1 year.
In 1 year. Just 1 year, okay? Now, you can add it up however you want, but this is a goal that I'm going to start. And I want to start it June 1st. I want y'all to tell everybody about it. Get everybody to listen to my podcast, listen to the podcast and look at it on Facebook. But I want to start this June 1st. It's to personally help people get a better feel for being a better saver, not a spender, a better saver. And then as we get closer, I'll do a podcast and we're going to talk about it. But June 1st, mark it in your calendars, write it down. June 1st, What did we say we're going to call it? Did I even say what I was going to call it?
No.
I don't know. I got to figure it out. But June 1st, we're going to do that. 6 months.
$100.
$100. And if you could do more, do more. But that's what we're going to do. 6 months, you save $100. Next 6 months, double it. And do what you can afford. Because you are going to double it. Know that. Know what you can save for 6 months. And know that if it's double, it's not going to hurt your pockets. But I'm going to leave y'all with that. I hope this was a great episode. I hope this was fulfilling. I hope it was rewarding. I hope it gave you life. It was motivational and knowledgeable. Insightful, whatever, all those great words. You got anything for the people before we let go?
The only thing I have to say for the people is, like Seth said, do what you can. If you can't save
you eat
500,
ass with a baby spoon.
Do what you can and ride with it. See where you're at in 6 months and realize that the following 6 months, you're going to double that. So peace and love. Thanks everybody for the participation in the chat. It was awesome. The question and answer session. I thoroughly enjoyed that part this evening.
No doubt.
This was a different podcast for us. So I appreciate it. I love you, babe. Thank you. And I'm out. Stay cool, y'all.
For real, it's hot as hell. So with that being said, y'all, peace and love to y'all. Peace, love, and wealth. Make sure y'all taking care of each other. Stay cool. It's hot out here. If you're not getting in the heat and it's been raining, stay dry. Next week's going to be a doozy, y'all. I'm not going to tell y'all what it's going to be because I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm sure it's going to be a doozy. I always say that. That's my motivation, y'all. It's going to be a doozy next week. So, peace and love to y'all. See y'all next week. We out. Peace.
Bitch, what? You eat ass with a baby spoon.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
You eat ass with a baby spoon.